sandwich. I got one of these. I heard they were the favorites here, the morning roll. I got a thing of chicken salad for later. Got one of these delicious brownies they got sitting up here. I got me a salad on the way too. We ain't playing. Rising Sun Breads. Try and get all of the sandwich and salad out of my teeth. A very amazing, thoughtful sweetheart actually called here on the phone, basically bought me a gift card for me to come here and eat and get some snacks. I did, and the sandwich and salad was amazing. Now we got a brownie. I might take a couple bites of that on the way home. Got some chicken salad and the breakfast roll for in the morning. I'll have that with coffee in the morning. Conveniently, it's right across the street from the P.O. box. Oh yeah, let's get it in. So the last few videos we've been working on my Nook, or whatever you want to call it, in here, where I have a fire pit right here. This is where I cook, prepare food, hang out a lot. I look at this a lot, so I really made it a lot more beautiful, mainly for inspiration. As a woodworker, I've noticed in my life, the more I see beautiful stuff like this, the more creative I get. It makes me want to do woodwork and make pretty stuff. I made this about 4 months ago. It was super dirty. This whole deck, this deck right here, I don't know how long ago I made that. Longer than 4 months ago. Decided to sand this whole thing, make it beautiful, put a clear coat on it. I use cast iron a lot, so I made these table protectors. Hanging that under there. I could probably use some better hooks. Next, I need me like a box, a little storage for my condiments, like a lot of the stuff that I use to cook, spices and stuff. I want it organized. Before I refinished this, I just had a whole bunch of stuff just in a circle right here that I use a lot for cooking, and it didn't look too great. Today I would like to build a nice little storage box for some of the stuff that I use for cooking a lot. We got this box together yesterday. Just a simple box. I think it's about 28 inches. Yep, about 28. This is the start of our condiment, spice, whatever box. It was so windy and breezy yesterday. The wind was just so cold. It was like cutting right through me. I couldn't take it. I couldn't concentrate. So I kind of left it at what it was. The wind was so bad. It's like recording seemed impossible, but it's a very still morning this morning. Got us a nice fire going. We'll see if we can get back to some creativity this morning. So this is just a curved board that I have. And what I'm imagining here is kind of a front lip sticking out. I'm gonna get a little creative here. I think my box is also too tall. I think I'm gonna cut this down. One thing I want is handles on the side so I can pick this up easy and move it around. So that's one thing I want in the design, is handles on the sides. I think I'm gonna incorporate that into the top. Something like that. Do a little bit of a roundish edge, kind of to match the front here. Something like that. Let's trace this. We'll trace this, that way we know exactly where our box is sitting. We're also going to trace the inside. So now I know exactly where my box is going to be sitting. I think we're going to go out about 2 inches maybe on the sides. 2 inch. Set a bucket up here. See if we can get a better circle. Screws. So we know exactly where we want our screws at because we marked the box, so we know where the box sits. Be our top, right? That's the bottom. Line that up with our lines here. Now we've got our top. Alright. Now we're going to mark around our box so we know where we want that sitting. Now we're going to trace the inside so we know where it's sitting. Now we want to cut this out. Cutting all this out. That's kind of what we're imagining. We need to sand these, and I want this box shallower. This is too deep. There we go. That's a little shallower there. Oh yeah. Now I just got a bunch of sanding to do. Alright, we sanded these pretty good. And we want to mount the top first. That way, when we have our top mounted, we can sand the inside. If we put the bottom on first, we wouldn't be able to sand the inside. And I actually made this big enough, I think, to where I can fit the sander in there. Yeah, should be able to pretty good. There we go. Got our top. I'm gonna let this dry for a little while, but then once it dries real good, we're gonna go in here with the sander and just sand the inside real good. Try to get these edges around the top real nice, and we'll round these corners off. And that'll be a start. And we got to sand the bottom part real pretty, and then we'll mount the bottom on there. Dang right. We also have our handles. That's kind of why I wanted the sides to stick out. That way we have handles on the side to pick this up and move it around if we want to. It's pretty much going to be stationary most of the time, but I don't know if I ever want to. This could be a tray that I could pick up and move around. I really designed these front lips like this because I would actually like to be able to maybe put knives and stuff in the front. So I'm thinking about possibly cutting out some slots in here. I need to think about that, see what I want to do here, but it would be pretty nice to be able to put stuff in the front here and have it sit on that shelf. So like knives, any kind of utensils that I use, I could have spots to stick them in the front there. That'd be pretty cool. I'll add us some glue. See, hit that hole there. There. Let this thing sit for a while, let all the glue dry, and then I think we'll put a finish on it. About that. See, now I need a spot where I got some holes where I can put my knives in here. A couple knives, maybe some forks, you know, other stuff that we use, have it in the front here. Kind of a shelf in the front, and you have your stuff here that you use for your cooking. Speaking of cooking, that's what we're doing right now. Got us some potatoes that we have baked. They're not super baked, but I like to bake them just to get them a little soft before I throw them in my pan. And then I fry them up a little bit in some of this sesame oil. Fry them up a little, throw some garlic on them. Then I'll show you what's next. Got that oil pretty warm. Let's see. Put this over here. Just gonna take the lid off. This over here. It's not hot. Alright, let's throw our potatoes in here. Quite a bit of potatoes. I mean, they're small. So, hear them sizzling a little bit. Chop them up. See, they're pretty soft. Alright, got that chopped up. Some of this roasted garlic and herbs. And thank you so much to the Canipy Angels. We got us enough of this to last us a while. I think I have about 5 of these now. So thank you very much. We are stocked up on some garlic. What is it? Roasted garlic. Roasted garlic and herbs. And thank you so much to the Canipy Angels. We got us enough of this to last us a while. I think I have about 5 of these now. So thank you very much. We are stocked up on some garlic. What is it? Roasted garlic. What is it? Roasted garlic. put us some Celtic sea salt. Now we're gonna put us some of this garlic, minced garlic and water. Put quite a bit in here, so I like it garlicky. We got a half a chicken here. Now we're gonna throw us on some chicken. Cut some nice chunks out. Once the chicken gets warmed up real nice, we'll break it apart more. But for now, we're just putting some big chunks of chicken on here. Oh yeah, chicken and potatoes. I'm gonna add just a little bit of Texas Pete on here just to spice it up a tiny bit. Not much, just, you know, a couple drops. And that'll all soak in. Won't even know it's there, except for a little bit of spice you'll be tasting. Alright, good. Sit that back on the fire for a while. Let that sizzle and heat up. And it's on pretty low heat, so we're gonna just let it sit there and kind of cook up for a little bit. There we go, that's pretty sturdy. Oh yeah. I think we're gonna mix this up a little bit. Just cut this chicken up some. Put it back on there for a few minutes. But that is oh my gosh. You can smell that Texas Pete in there. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna put it back over the fire. There's really hardly any heat. It's just gonna sit on there and just get warm again. Want to be about an inch out at least. Go. Hardly any tear out too. That is very smooth. Kind of like that. Oh yeah. I am hungry. Oh yeah, chicken and potatoes. Garlic chicken and potatoes. And I didn't get anything or fix anything as a side. I'm just taking it easy. Not going too all out. But we are going to throw us just a little bit of barbecue sauce on here. It'll be barbecue chicken and potatoes. So I'm going to put a little barbecue on here just to give it a little barbecue flavor. Barbecue sauce is about gone anyway. So we are going to enjoy this chicken and potatoes here. Golly, get my table dirty. Oh my goodness. It is beautiful. That is looking very awesome. One of a kind. This is a shelf that I made a long time ago. We had it in the cargo trailer for a long time. I decided that would be perfect to hang stuff and have stuff to organize stuff and whatever. So we added some organization to our spot over here. Our chainsaw sharpening spot here. So I have me some chainsaw sharpening tools over here instead of just always having them laying on my counter here. Oh my gosh, I use this so much. It's one of the most used counters that I have. Looking pretty nice. I don't know if the shelf is staying or going. I'll probably come up with some other idea temporarily. That's pretty cool. By my sharpening station here, it gives it a little extra. Condiment cooking seasoning box. I love it. And I noticed if you have the knife leaning back like that, it'll fall off the front. I could add a border here. I might end up doing something. I'm not sure what yet there. As we go, I'll figure out what other things I might want in the front. I don't want to drill any more holes or do any more cutting until I figure out exactly what I want to do. But I notice if you just kind of lean these forward with the knife to the back, it works out perfect.